forward progress going to get it. So the advantage of having your quarterback as the
Welcome back, and we're underway in quarter number 4.
That, Doug Heater, you have more on Cole Ordway.
Yeah, kind of a good time for that. So what's been fun down here this quarter, I mean, you talk about how Cole has matured and gotten better since 2 years ago as a sophomore. So in that last series of play, number one, after the holding penalty, he was talking to the official and said, should it be our first down and then 10 yards back? But they didn't agree with that. The other thing, too, is that play right before the end of the quarter is him looking over at Matt Seneca, who calls the offensive plays, and them trying to almost having a communication on what play to call. And
it's 4th and 14 coming up. Now I'm going for
punt. So it's been a lot of fun to watch him as a senior, how much better he's got as an extra coach, offensive coach on the field.
Well, the effort there will go for naught as the penalty against Easton will put them in a punt formation. Well, Matt Seneca has talked about that relationship that he's developed with the young man. Obviously, over 3 years, Matt is the offensive coordinator and the position, the quarterback coach as well. And he's shared with us, Jim, a number of times. He says, I let Cole do his deal. He knows what we're trying to accomplish, and he's got a good grip on it. And, of course, all those numbers that we read through, obviously, are a testament to that. But another thing with him, his father, Scott, is an assistant coach on the staff. We talked about it last week in their state playoff win. His dad was part of that 1991 team that won 13 games. He was a sophomore on that team. So the Ordways have a few victories as football players in the Easton program. Cole looking to take it one win further. Running play here by Dak, and that is snuffed out immediately. 56 is Gavin Crossan. Is that 55? Can that number get scrunched up?
It was 55.
Macon, 8 sacks, a team high, 15 tackles for loss, also a team high. Be part of the basketball program coming up in the winter months. Attending college, he does a good job in the classroom as well. Met him earlier last week. He said West Point's not out of the question. Maybe New Haven. Well-balanced young man. Strong run on first down for 7 yards, and his deck again. That's his 20th carry of the game.
And we're underway in quarter number 4.
On 100, that should put him just over the 90-yard rushing mark.
See this good vision that he has right there, and then the bull strength. He just gets himself another 3 yards with just pure strength on there. What he's done all year long for that Phillipsburg backfield.
Now they're going to go to a wildcat. They bring in some extra blockers.
And whoa! Oh my goodness!
Brought in a trio of blockers up front. I'm not so sure. They might not stay with that kind of set. Bracco has worked his way over to the sidelines as he runs back and forth. A lot of manpower there on that right side. One of the guys they brought in was 52 Alexander Randazzo. They moved him into the up back position.
They give you that heavy package look, and then you go to the wildcat. You can see how he's starting to get a little tired there, the way he's just leaning on his lineman right there in the huddle. The thing is, he's had a long day of carrying that football.
Rocco looking to throw, not going to get an opportunity. Football is out according to the Red Rovers. Looking for yet another turnover, and they've got it.
Yup, we've done it, and we do.
53 coming out of there is Elijah Grosvenor, excuse me. First fumble recovery of the year for him.
Take a look at it here. As you can see them crashing in there. You see it's stripped out inside.
Is it Macon who causes it, or is it Crossan? Crossan, the defensive end, I believe.
Yes, it's like Crossan had his arm inside there.
6:25 to go, fourth quarter. Tyler nowhere to go. Their discipline defensively has been a lot better for the Stateliners. Injured Easton player is Curtis Crossman, already with that broken hand. That's not Crossman. He made his way back into the huddle. He was shaken up.
That's Anthony
Diaz is the one who came out of the game. Where he wants them. He play actions off in there, fouling on a low throw. It's really nice to see Skyler involved the way he has been in today's game. Mentioned him earlier. Really a solid year for the 5'11" senior, two-way starter.
He's been an integral part. Like, he had a nice touchdown pass in the district final. Did a lot of good things in the past couple of weeks.
Sure has. That stout demotion man, Ordway, looking and now checks it down, looking to pick up a blocker, then avoids contact and gets it inside the 35-yard line, close to first down yardage. It's right on it, and another first down for Easton.
You can see he's looking downfield to the right, comes back to the left. Does a nice job of dancing himself into that last couple yards, which really gave him the first down in a nice spot.
All right, it's 1st and 10 for Easton Red Rovers.
Cuevas, a senior, getting a chance to see the field. He returned a fumble for a touchdown earlier in the season. Scramble, good for first down yardage. Back to Tyler, he is upended immediately. Defense led by McGurn.
You're right, Mike. This defense has done a much better job here in the second half of really staying home, staying assignment sound, assignment friendly, and really stop the running game.
Talked about Zion's dad. Rushed for over 1,000 yards for the Red Rovers his senior year. Play clock at 12. Tyler remains the running back. He's going to try and provide some blocking. Ordway skips to the outside and will stop the clock, running out of bounds at the 30. The way they're trying to milk that clock, I would think that they're starting to think about maybe settling down and keeping that clock running. Third Easton Phillipsburg game for the Central Catholic and Penn State University grad. Made 7 starts for the Nittany Lions, played in a total of 33 games from 1999 to 2001. Tyler, change of direction, just
and wow.
His balance.
Gives him enough to get that first down, though, and that's good to keep this drive alive. Take a look at it here. He was one step away. One of the things we noticed about him the last couple of weeks is he's really been able to keep his balance. That time just couldn't keep it at the end.
Well, we haven't seen him run a whole lot, Jim, obviously, lately, but a lot of guys tend to run too much to the sidelines. He's as good as we've seen in terms of squaring his shoulder pads and even cutting back against the grain. Alternating possessions once again with Martinez. Both have had success today. Tyler's going to get the call. Watch out. Just tripped up. And a beautiful tackle.
He knows it, too. He knows that one hand was between him and the end zone. You can take a look at it here. He's going going to that left side, he gets through, but then there's going to be one hand inside that gets a hold of him and knock him down.
I think it was number 4, Zion Logier Palin.
Delay game on the offense. Second down.
Logier Palin, 39 tackles on the year, an interception. Cornerback wearing number 4 leads the team in passes defended with 13. Second down, clock racing towards 6 minutes. Ordway straight ahead and tripped up once again. Lozier Palin, I believe, again.
It was him, Mike, as Ordway does a good job, and they give it the fake to the outside going right, and then just the middle opens up a huge hole in the middle as he tries to go upfield and make a cut.
Lozier Palin may have saved a touchdown on each of those tackles. Ordway was just about ready to kick things into gear.
It's funny, it's the first time we've really said his name this afternoon, but he's made 2 really good tackles here.
They're down in 5. Ordway squeezes it. So
And
low.
wow, and we got a first down.
And gets it to Justin Cobb.
And it's gonna be,
Boy, there was a tight
I'd
window
say
there,
either
and he was
first
just
down or
able
first
to
and goal. Actually,
squeeze
it's
it
first
around
and
the
goal.
defender.
Actually, coming up. All right, it's first and goal coming up.
It's all on the feel, all on the read. That's when you get to that edge. Take a look at here. Fakes
All right,
inside, then he rolls to
so
the outside, and then he just gets it inside.
You know,
that was a very tight window.
Taking advantage of that 40-second play clock, now down to 10 seconds. First and goal from inside the 10. Ordway has the football.
whatever it is, and it's a touchdown, Easton. Red Ravers.
He got a great block on the outside by, I think it was Biddle. Yeah, number 10, Biddle gave him a great block on the outside, allowed him to come back inside. Excellent job by those two. They've done it a lot this year. They've been very, very good with each other. Him, Biddle being the leading receiver, Ordway being the leading runner. Take a look at it here. You can see Biddle. See him get from the corner of your screen. You saw that block take place, and Biddle let him inside.
Orluke is extra point up and good.
And the PAT is
Points
good.
and a half for Easton as they extend their lead to 29. And that's right around on their season.
We're in lead by
average,
29.
5.6 per game, and that's right where they're at.
And that defense has been so very, very good to the offense all year round, providing them with a lot of opportunities. Here you see Ordway. They went 10 plays, 44 yards, 8-yard TD run at the end. Great job of the inside running by Tyler. And then you're going to see here, watch the block right at that point right there. That allows him to get into the end zone.
Starting quarterback as a sophomore.
These guys will all tell you, they took their licks in that sophomore season. They really did. I mean, 3-8 in the East Penn Conference is not a fun thing to do. And, you know, they battled, and that really made the strong emphasis of going into the weight room, as we talked about in the offseason that year, and really coming back as a group, bonded a lot, tougher, stronger, more athletic, and they've really been on a roll since then.
Well, lost their first game then of their junior year as well, but then proceeded to go on and win 11 in a row, including a victory over Freedom that gave them a division championship. Got upset by Emmaus in the semifinals of the District 11 tournament before coming on to win here 17-14. And this season, of course, with a 13-game winning streak to start the year before last week's loss to LaSalle. So just a matter of time here. And a program that has been around for over 130 years. There will be a new standard set here, 14-win season. Doug, you have more on Noah Barluca?
Yeah, so you were talking about the overtime game. So I found out earlier today that after that win last year, which was tremendous and dramatic, he went to a kicking camp at Lafayette this year. We've talked about his improvement, and I was just talking to him here on the sideline. He plans on trying to go to college to kick and play football. He goes, after last year, I love football more than soccer. So I said, hey, you look like a kicker this year. I mean, he looks like a kicker. And he's been, right? I mean, he does. Is that wrong? He looks like a kicker, big guy, stronger leg. But obviously that was such a dramatic win last year. So great for that. That was his first field goal of the year. But because of that, going to kick during the offseason, coming back as a vital guy on special teams this year. And I said, I imagine you're kind of happy. It may not come down to you kicking again. Whatever. So it's a kind of a cool story that he now wants to try to go to college and kick and play football, not just play soccer.
Couple of touchbacks today on kickoffs. Mentioned he came in 61 of 66 on his extra points, 4 of 5 field goals with a long of 37 this year. So you're absolutely right, Doug. He was a big part of their success this year, and we wish him well moving forward.
It's always amazing how that bug takes place. And, it's just, they get the bug after something that happened last year, and a lot of those soccer guys end up turning into looking for football careers in college.
Going to be a loss on this play. Deck getting the carry. Just nowhere to go. Crossman, illustrious football career coming to a close. Again, he'll go to Stonehill College in Easton, Massachusetts. I'm wondering how that hand injury affects his wrestling season coming up. Baseball season beyond that. Again, if you're just tuning in, he broke that hand during practice this week. Check in with Mike Ventola after the conclusion of this play. There's a handoff to the fullback, Mikey V. What do you have for us?
I know we talked about a little bit earlier, Mike, obviously with, Coach Duffy and this being in his 10th season. Obviously the result is what it is here so far. But when talking with him, I got a chance to ask him, did you ever take a moment to really reflect on obviously the job that you're doing and, the role that you have taken here over the last 10 years? And though he says, I'm appreciative that I get to coach here. I'm appreciative in the sense that I get a chance to be around this community. He played here, and obviously the type of impact that Coach Stem had on him. And, I think these players are showcasing what Coach Frank Duffy is all about. They're still on the sideline with their heads held high. They're cheering. They're rooting on their teammates despite the score being what it is right now. And he said even more so that what gives him grace in doing this job is that alumni now, former players in their 20s and the 30s are coming back and just, showcasing themselves and obviously showing support for these Stateliners players and this football program. And, obviously I know the scoreboard says what it says, but obviously for Coach Frank Duffy, he and the Stateliners, they'll go back to work and put together what should be another really great campaign in 2026.
4 straight years of double-digit victories, couple of section titles.
We're under a minute to go in the fourth quarter.
The other interesting thing,
4th and 11 coming up.
We welcome folks back up here, as he said, this afternoon at about.
So Phillipsburg are taking their first time out of the game.
That was
He said,
very
I'm going to look
interesting.
around and you guys aren't going to be here, and it's going to be quiet, and it's just going to go away. Let's take a look at some defense here for the Easton redrovers. Algie Macon, young man who was a starter a couple of years ago. Jim, you've referenced it. Helping to force a fumble there with Fallon. That line, just so much experience, and they matured over the years.
Yeah, he's been
Stronger.
involved a lot. He's been involved a lot today coming off that edge. They're stronger, they're bigger, and he's been one of the best today.
He's Easton Lions Club presenting an outstanding offensive and defensive players of the game. We'll let them make the announcement. Rotary Club of Phillipsburg will present an outstanding lineman of the game. Rocco on first down, handing off to, that is Sincere Gilmer. Gilmer is a senior. Coach Duffy getting him an opportunity, one of those program guys, 22 carries, 209 yards, couple of touchdowns. He had one game where he rushed for 100. There's Doug's buddy, Will. He's looking out for Doug. He said, that guy better not come back over here trying to take me out.
I think Doug's learned his lesson.
29 seniors for Phillipsburg. This is the rubber match between the two senior classes. Easton will wind up a 2-1 winner. Matt Seneca lost his first endeavor in this rivalry, will win back-to-back games. He was quick to credit the coaching staff after winning that District 11 title for buying into what he brought to Easton. He retained a lot of guys, including defensive coordinator Brian Falcone. We mentioned Cole Ordway's father, Scott, on the staff. A number of those guys stayed on and bought into what Matt was doing. I mean, this is an incredible turnaround from a 3-win season just 2 years ago to go 11 victories last year, and now a school record, program record, 14 victories for the Red Rover program. First time in their illustrious history, over 130 years of football. The first time that an Easton Red Rover team will post 14 wins. Quite an accomplishment.
That is, and that's quite an accomplishment for these seniors to say that I was on that team, or anybody that was on that team all year, especially those senior group with a tradition-laid place like Easton, to be on a team that won 14 games. That is really a big accomplishment.
Just 13 second half points, 7 for Easton, 6 for Phillipsburg, but 28-0 half.
So now we'll do it. 35-6 is our final score. We won this game by 29 points, and we won the game. Go Easton Red Rovers.
Post a 35-6 victory. Gonna keep it right here. Festivities. Both coaches will meet not just with their teams, but their communities.
That's the marching band.
Sellout crowd, bands included. Heard the word event, spectacle. I mean, it is all of the above. It checks off all of those boxes when you talk about it. And in some respects, Jim, you look at the pressure that are on these players. I mean, I know the weight room, I know the passing camps. Nothing that can prepare you for this except for experiencing it yourself. And everybody who's been involved in that game, in this game, have told us about that. Down on the field, we got winning head coach Matt Seneca. Doug?
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. Matt, obviously last year traumatic, this year a resounding win for you. How does it feel to go back-to-back, especially with this group that was with you in year one?
Yeah, you know, these guys have been through a lot, especially that senior class, starting with the first year and going 3-8. And they just finished their careers with the most wins that any team's ever had in Easton history, and they get to live with that for the rest of their lives. They get to carry that for the rest of their lives, and I couldn't be more happy with them.
I talked to the kids about this today. I imagine the turkey's going to taste even better after a second straight win for you here tonight. When are you going to get a chance to really settle in and realize what you've done this season?
It'll probably hit me over the next week or so. Just sitting around trying to finish everything up, administration-wise that we got to do. But yeah, it's gonna hit me, and it's gonna hit me probably next week. Just sit back and reflect on what these kids were able to accomplish.
I mean, there's so many areas.
This was the last game of the regular season finale today, actually.
Just a total team effort by your guys and your coaching staff as well.
It's what we've been doing for 14 weeks. It's a credit to the coaching staff. It's a credit to the kids for buying in and getting set on the game plan and then executing it on a Friday or a Thursday morning. So I'm going to miss these kids a lot. It's a great group.
Coach, great job. Go enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
We talked about that 3-8 season. He's endured some tough seasons in his head coaching career. Referenced the winless season at Whitehall. So, you battle in the journey is what makes these successes so successful. Mike Ventola now has our player of the game, Cole Ordway. Michael?
Cole, congratulations to you and the Rovers, and obviously not only putting together a great performance all afternoon, but 14 wins, the most ever for a football team at Easton. How special does this really encapsulate here today?
I mean, it's amazing to be able to celebrate here and know that we made history today. I mean, it's a great feeling, and I'm happy and gonna go enjoy it with the guys.
3 years playing this game, and I know 2 years ago you really got a big introduction to it, but last year and this year really showcasing your development and your ability to help lead this team. Could you have drawn it up any better at this point?
I mean, definitely not. We've been holding that sophomore year loss in the back of our minds for a while now, and being able to get our payback, it's huge.
I know it's been a special journey as a football player here in this Easton program, and I know you're going to take some time today to really celebrate with your family and friends, but most importantly, your dad played here, and I know it's special knowing that he's been able to help coach you. How much you really just kept that near and dear to your heart today?
Yeah, I mean, it was special because this will probably be the last game that he gets to coach me, and, I gave him a big hug after the game, and, a little teary because it was, a sad moment, but it's a lot better to end it with a W than a loss, so happy for that.
All right, hey, Cole, go celebrate your teammates. Congratulations.
We're going to send it right back down there. Doug Heater has Sean Kilpatrick. Doug, all yours.
All right, listen, Sean, great job today. I was joking with your coaches about you got a little screw loose going on, but you play with that energy. Hey, talk about the punt block. I mean, that might have been the key point of the game.
I just, some people just have that instinct, and I just had it. I was like, we need to make a play here. Got the ears pinned back. We had momentum. I just thought, there's no better time. I said to Judge, my best friend, I go, we're going. He's like, you sure? I was like, we're going to get there. So I just went for it and got there.
Obviously, your family's been very much involved with this. You've been waiting for 3 years in high school. What does it mean for you to experience this, especially with this group of guys?
I mean, I love these guys. These have been my guys since 7th grade. We all came together in middle school, and we had, one goal to go out and be the best we could be. And, you saw that this year. District championship, we had a great game today. And, I'd die for any one of these guys on this team. I can't love them enough, man. I love every single one of them. Shit, I can't even describe it.
All right, Killa, good job. Go enjoy the turkey.
I appreciate it. Thank you. You too.
All right, guys, back up top.
Emotions are running high on the Easton side. Hug from the family. That's what it does. There's our player of the game. We heard from him, Cole Ordway. Jimmy wants to go to college. He wants to become a teacher and a coach. He is a young man who is very intelligent in the classroom. He is a young man with a vision.
Yeah, he's going to be very successful, whatever he ends up doing. And I'll tell you, he's been very successful in his career here in Easton High School. Today, 9 for 10. He had that one interception, but I know he would want to talk about that. But he just made one mistake. That was the only mistake he made all day. Did a great job of guiding his offense. Did a great job of guiding his team all year long. Today, he put the final touches on it. Great job by Ordway.
Player of the game brought to you by the team at Cressman Insurance, family owned and operated since 1956. Auto, home, life, and commercial insurance. You always win with Cressman. Forks of the Delaware Trophy, Battle of the Hill Trophy will stay on this side of the Delaware, the Pennsylvania side of the Delaware River. A couple other awards that they do give out. The Phillipsburg Rotary Club presenting the most outstanding lineman. That will go to Anthony Diaz. He wore number 59 for Easton. The Easton Lions Club presenting Cole Ordway with the offensive player of the game, and Algie Macon, the defensive player of the game. All guys that have been in this game 3 times. They'll come out with 2 victories against 1 setback.
Yeah, it's always nice to see that. What happened a couple of years ago, we did that game. We witnessed it. We saw it, and we thought, it's going to be interesting. What does the kids do? They're 3-8. Do they come back and make a better effort? And you certainly saw what the results of 2 years has been. An outstanding effort, and it culminated with today's victory as well.
All right, that's going to do it here for us from Lafayette College. Once again, want to wish all of our viewers a very happy and safe Thanksgiving Day celebration today. Congratulations to the Red Rovers. They win the 118th edition of the storied rivalry by a final of 35-6. Jim Wills, Doug Heater, Mike Ventola, and all of us here at the Service Electric Network. I'm Mike Zambelli. Thanks for tuning in to this storied rivalry. Enjoy the remainder of your Thanksgiving Day celebration.
That's going to do it for Lafayette College. We'll see y'all. Well, it's been a great season, and it's been an honor and privilege. And we're going to see our Climate team again, like in the state tournament, of course, next year, in 2026. And we'll see y'all next time.
You can buy it.